for everybody you guys have seen tonight. I'm glad to be here. It's good to be doing shows again. It's safe now. It is safe. That's what my gym tells me. I get an email every single day. They're like, it's safe. Come back. Come back, Mark. It's safe. Like, that's why I quit going to the gym. I'm just terrified of COVID in 2017. So, here we are. It's safe now. I didn't think all of this would last this long. I mean, nobody did. You know who really didn't think it would last as long as Kroger. Remember at the beginning where everybody, like we called everyone that worked at Kroger heroes? And then 2 months into it, we were just collectively like, nah, never mind. Kroger gave them a raise, and they called it hero pay, and then they took it back. What a mindfuck if you worked at Kroger's, right? Like, you get treated like shit your whole career, basically. Then this thing happens, and people start calling you essential. You know, you're called essential for the first time in your life. You're called a hero. If anybody had called them heroes before, it was like full of pity, you know? Like, you're a hero for keeping a smile on your face. Way to go. Now they're called heroes, and then Kroger just took it back. Like, imagine being the executive that has to, like, send that letter to them. Like, how do you even address that letter? It's like, dear former heroes, you're being dishonorably discharged to the telly. That is the hero's journey. You know, you either die a hero or you live long enough to be just a regular bagger behind plexiglass, I guess. It's fucked up. I'm a dad. I never realized how much I wanted to have kids either until I had one. And honestly, like, I never realized how much I wanted to have 2 kids until I had 3. Too many kids. Our littlest is a baby, though. She's my favorite right now, except I had to spend the whole pandemic just, like, chasing this baby around our house, because her favorite thing to do is just eat, like, her older sister's toys. That's all she does. At one point, my wife, she said to me, she's like, how many times are we going to save this baby from choking on something? I was like, oh, hopefully all of them. There are no days off for that one. You gotta stay on top of it. That's why I have 3 kids. COVID was worth it just for that one joke. It was worth it. We lost 500,000 people, but I got to make one Mike Condom joke, and now we're back. Yeah, my kids, they've been so ready to get out of the house too. Like the little ice cream shop by our house, as soon as it opened, they begged us to go. It was March 1st. It was still cold. It's Ohio, but they begged us all day long. They wanted to go to the ice cream shop. So we finally decided to do the drive-thru, and they were so excited. They're chanting, ice cream, ice cream. We get up there, and the cashier, she's got tears in her eyes. And she explains to us that the customer before us had a blind dog who was getting his last treat before being put down in an hour. And then my kids did not want ice cream anymore. And now I need this dying dog to follow me everywhere in life. That would be awesome. Like, my kids were like, we want to play iPad. I'm like, you know who really wanted to play iPad? Puddles. Puddles love the iPad. My kids want to go to Disney World, so I have to spend half an hour just photoshopping mouse ears on a golden doodle. They complain about waking up for school. Oh, you don't want to wake up for school? You know who wishes they could wake up at all? Puddles. I didn't know what, nobody knew, like, nobody wanted to go on the record, especially in the early days of the whole pandemic thing about, you know, nobody wanted to, like, make any super bold claims. Like, we didn't know if we should send the kids to school or not. That was our big, we didn't know, like, if we should or not. So I called our daughter's pediatrician, and she just told me to use my parent gut. And then she charged me a copay for all 3 kids. That is bullshit. I just paid $75 for her to tell me to believe in myself. You can't, parent guides, I mean, you can't trust parents for, like, even naming their own kids anymore. Let alone, like, anything else. Like, I knew a parent once that told his kids that they couldn't have any Starburst until they finished eating their Cheez-Its. Yeah, trust the parent gut. I also knew another parent that destroyed it. Like, he got a piñata for his 3-year-old's birthday where she was the only kid at the party. She couldn't break it, so like an adult just smashed a paper mache thing so she could have candy, which is like some king shit. I was the parent in both of those stories, by the way. So we can't trust them. The best thing my parent ever did was say, call the doctor, you know? Doesn't make sense, because too, like, you can't compare our qualifications. She went to medical school, you know? She just got a medical practice. She went to doctor school. I'm a person that calls it doctor school. All right, that's it for me. Thank you, guys.
You don't know how to do a word here at all. Take the condom with you. So I am urban comic number 2. I'm just here for diversity. Now, but I like to start off with something I call You're Deficient, where I just give y'all a few examples. But before I do so, I'm gonna hold up this sign and I'm gonna need y'all to participate. Since we look like we're in a classroom, I'm gonna need y'all to say when I hold up this sign, You're Deficient. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? All right. 1, 2, 3. Some of y'all looking at this like, D-E, it's spelled correctly. How you spell that? Example number 1. In your family, if you have an uncle the same age as you, you be like, what's up, Uncle Bro? Oh, man. Also, fellas, if you own an apartment and you got a 65-inch TV and a PS5, that's it. You be inviting women over like, bring some blankets so we can lay down on a pallet. No. You better go to Rent-A-Center and get you a furniture set. Also, a few white people in here, I just want to let y'all know y'all can be deficient as well. Like for instance, if it's so cold outside, you can see your own breath, like February cold, and you still decide to walk outside with a tank top, cargo shorts, and some flip-flops on. Talking about you warm-blooded. White-blooded. So I want to ask y'all, who all got the vaccine? Round of applause, people who got the vaccine. Okay, so you're not real sick, that's good. Well, I got the Moderna. I get my second shot Wednesday. I'm not excited, but I will say this. I wouldn't get that Johnson & Johnson vaccine, I'm sorry. I wouldn't get it if it was endorsed by Magic Johnson. Let me know he stay positive about everything. I just don't trust their products, I don't. Like, I got their no-tear shampoo. I got sensitive eyes. I mean, they sensitive. I don't want to cry when I wash my hair. So I got it, and man, that stuff got my eyes. I cried for damn near 20 minutes straight. I cried so much, I'm telling y'all. I got on the phone customer service. I was like, why did you lie to me? I'll let that sink in. Anybody got kids though? Kids? Round of applause. You got teenagers though. You got teenagers. Teenagers? Oh, so you already know what the struggle is, man. I think these teenagers are sitting here to take years off our life. I promise you. I do, man. Oh, man. And I feel like they specialize in half doing shit. They do. And then they give you a justification for why they did it. I'm telling you. And we got a boy too. I asked him, I said, look, I told you to vacuum the whole downstairs. Why you only vacuum the living room? That's the only room we sit in. What? I'm like, why you sleep on the top of your comforter? Get under the sheets. I don't want to make my bed more than once. It's like when you wash dishes, Why are you only washing the top part? Wash the bottom. That's the only side we eat off of. I promise. Look, when I say my grace, I don't even say my grace over the food. I don't bless the food at all. I bless the utensils. I'm like, please, Lord, please don't let me die from getting E. coli when this child kills me. Please. Y'all know it's hard. He barely wiped his ass. But I'll say this, though. I do make jokes about him, but I'm going to just say this, man. If you're a father and you're trying to take care of your kids, be a father to them. It's important. It is. Thank you for the clap. Thank you. And if you're home where the kid is in chores, be a father to them as well, man, because that is also important. But I'm going to say this. Me and my stepson didn't have the best relationship at first, but we figured out how to bond, and that's by playing video games. Now, the only problem is this dude likes to trash talk. He do something good in the game, he likes to do cheers. He does this one cheer, he goes, U-G-A-Y, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. What, you ugly. Now see, I'm paid. You're not gonna out-trash talk me in my house, no. So if I do something good in the game, I do a cheer too. I say, I'll make her scream, I'll make her shout. That's why I be in and out your mama. What, your mama. Thank you for my time.
I've used condoms since 2012. Is this a stand-up comedy night or Ripley's Believe It or Not? It's true. Who celebrated 420? Let me show a raise of hands. 420. I think it's really fucked up for every single one of those individuals who smokes weed on Hitler's birthday. That's really weird. Why is that the way you celebrate it? Yeah, that's right. April 20th, 1889. Google that shit. You guys are bigots. Anyways, my name is Jake Taylor. I'm from Michigan. Boo, Michigan. Get over that shit. Let's go. It took me 3.5 hours to drive here today. It was really shitty. I drove through a bunch of back roads. I was like, there's a Cuba, Ohio. I was like, what the fuck? Who wants to live in Cuba, let alone Ohio? I'm sorry. Anyways, I got lost because I needed gas. Because it's so expensive, I gotta stop at like every fucking town just to get a gallon. And I got lost, and I'm like, hey, old man who's been here his whole life, who sits on the same park bench, how do I get back to the highway? Where am I? And he's like, son, you're in God's country. And I'm like, what kind of fucked up religion is this? Scientology? Like, I treat religion just like I treat the Marvel and DC universe, except they got way cooler costumes, okay? You can believe in whatever shit you want, just don't talk to me about it because I don't really care. But if you gotta ask me what I want to be for Halloween, either a wizard with a giant hat that touches kids, or Wolverine, I'm thinking fucking Wolverine, alright? The pandemic's taken away a lot of things. It's taken away the dating game for like all you muggles, but you know, I'm a ginger with red hair and a mustache, so it's always been taken away from me. But I use it as an excuse, but it's time for me to get back in the dating scene, so I've been doing some dieting, but I had all that junk food at the house, all those Reese's, all those chips, all those Lay's. So like the wasteful American that I am, I threw it all away. And I went and bought fruits, vegetables, all that vegan shit, vegan cheese. I don't know where to get it, but it's cheese. You know, and I discovered why diets don't really work. It's because nobody wants to eat all that healthy shit. It gets really old really fast. And nobody wants to diet, especially when you're a stoner. Now, the other day I was so fucking stoned, I had the munchies like a motherfucker. And I was sitting there like, man, what do I have to eat? All I had was apples. And now you're asking yourself, how many apples can you eat when you're fucking stoned? Well, I'll tell you, fucking 6, all right? I had 6 goddamn apples and I was so stoned, and I was like, man, I can't eat another apple. And I tracked that shit on an app, I'm punching in the numbers at 696 calories. It comes out to 1,440 milligrams of potassium. Now, remind you, I'm fucking stoned, so I'm really paranoid. And I'm like, how much potassium is too much potassium? So I sit there and I whip out Google and I'm like, hey motherfucker, answer my question. And it's like, too much potassium can actually lead your heart rate to be accelerated until it can become an irregular regular heart rate, which can lead to a heart attack. So now I'm freaking the fuck out going, it's not the pizza or the pop or the candy that killed me, it's those goddamn apples. You know that old timey saying, like an apple a day keeps the doctor away? Yeah, because you're fucking dead. How did Mark die? Fucking apples. that's just not the way you want to go out. But since I haven't been dating, I've been doing everything that a typical 30-year-old single male has in this pandemic. I've been staying in, playing a lot of video games, and watching a lot of porn. Now, watching a lot of porn isn't new, but again, it's the pandemic, so I can use it as an excuse. So I was on one of those sites, and I saw one of those advertisements flash across the screen, and it read, "This simple trick can make your dick bigger." Now, the animation that it played was very strange. It was a small dick inserting itself into a pickle jar, and then when it takes its dick out, it's a huge dick. Now, I know what you're thinking. Does this dude just stay at home all day and just look at a bunch of dicks? Not all day, just part of the day. So, I'm sitting here, I'm like, I know that's bullshit, and here's why I know that's bullshit. It's because if all it took was for men to get bigger dicks was to fuck a pickle jar, there'd be no men here right now. You'd all be at your local Kroger in the aisle looking for the first jar of bread and butter. You couldn't even grocery shop with your kids anymore. You just keep hearing, we got a pickle fucker on aisle 6 again. We got a pickle fucker on aisle 6. I mean, that poor fucking stork. Oh, man. But, I've had a good time during the pandemic. Basically, being single is never easier when your mom calls. Hey, where's my grandkids? Oh, pandemic, Mom. It's not because I've been an ugly ginger this whole time. I'll leave you with this, though. The worst thing that has ever been said to me as a ginger was, "You look like you were looking through a screen window when someone threw shit through it." That's my time.
The adoption process is ridiculous. What the fuck? I'm adopted, motherfucker! The adoption process is ridiculous. It took me and my wife 6 years. 6 years to get rid of our kid. No idea why we kidnapped him in the first place. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. People, can you please stop using Snapchat filters? The other day, I met a woman that looked nothing like the dog I wanted to fuck. All women think you look cute in that dog Snapchat filter. Ladies, you don't look cute. You literally look like a bitch. I know the FBI is watching me because I keep on sending them my nudes. Alright, only you two like that joke. That's the creepiest fucking laugh. It's like a child's laugh while locking the door and the mother down the stairs. Anyways, I set all my bills up on... I set up all my bills on auto decline. You want to pay your water bill? Fuck no. If I had to binge watch my life, I'd kill myself so I'd get done faster. Alright, you guys didn't like that one. I'm really bad with first impressions. I don't want to embarrass myself. That's why I've never met my son. Or his mom. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Glory Hole Baby. Like I said, I don't like bad first impressions. When you eat pussy at noon, that's called a lunchbox. These are all stupid. You like eating pussy at noon. That's what out there. If Big Bird was a rapper, he'd be called Lil Bird. No? Alright. I'm gonna get a butterfly tattoo, but first I gotta get a caterpillar tattoo. Stupid. Please, God, let my time be up. Please, love God, let my time be up. The bathroom had a wet floor sign in it. I had no idea the bathroom was turned on. If my 76-year-old grandma, thank God, I got the light, thank God. If my 76-year-old grandma was any more active, she'd be alive. Fuck off. You're supposed to make your Wi-Fi password something no one knows. So my Wi-Fi password is my real dad's name. It's just 8 question marks in a row. I perform black magic because I'm not racist. And white magic has no soul and just isn't as fast. Shit. I don't know what I want to end on. Alright, the difference between black power and white power is spirit fingers. Alright, that was a joke just for me. Alright, you guys ready for your next?
Alright, guys, where you can see him again. That's good. It's good to be out here. It's good to be, I'm fully vaxxed. I got my vaccination shots. Put my headshot on the internet. That means it's official. I loved it. I get to hold up my card, right? When I did my vaccination headshot, I held up my card, I put a Band-Aid on my forehead, and I said, hey, I went to the Speedway on Plainfield. They did a really great job. Highly recommend. Someone came up to me afterwards and said, you know the Speedway on Plainfield's closed? I was like, that makes it funnier. Thank you. I was going to say UDF, but I'm trying to cross straight state lines with this joke. Cross state lines. My mom got vaccinated, which is a relief for me as a son, right? It's very, very good to know that your mom got vaccinated. I'm very happy. Congratulations to my mom for getting vaccinated. It's great news. Waiting for you to applaud. Thank you. Yeah, fine. We can finally put her in a nursing home now. So. Great news for my family. She poops everywhere. No, the vaccinations are actually rolling out very well here in America. I'm from Canada originally. I have neighbors from Canada. Oh, thank you. The routing table, that's great. I love it. Canada table, love it. We need to support Canada because they're having, actually what I heard from my neighbor up in Canada, he said they're having a really hard time with the vaccination rollout.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they said their mom got the vaccine, their first shot last month, they get their next shot in July. And that guy that's my age, he's in his 40s, he said, I'm getting my first shot in July. And I was like, oh man, they're doing really well down here in the States. I mean, we're almost back to normal mass shooting levels at this point. I'm crushing it. That's right. In Canada, they call them meteor showers. Here in America, we call them mass shooting stars. Smile and turn. Guns aren't the problem, people are the problem. Have you heard this before? Guns aren't the problem, people are the problem. Yeah, when I say people, I'm saying the people that say guns aren't the problem, those are the people that are the problem. That's right. We've had so many mass shootings in this country that I heard this story. This is a guy who was at the Las Vegas outdoor comedy festival, outdoor concert. He was at an outdoor concert that there was a mass shooting. 50 people killed in that mass shooting at the outdoor concert. Same guy. A few months later, he was in Bakersfield, California, at a country western themed bar. 9 people shot in another mass shooting. This person survived 2 mass shootings within 1 year. Wow. Yeah. But if I'm that guy, I'm like, you know what? Maybe country music isn't for me. Maybe I should go check out Lady Gaga. Switch up the genres. Here's one that I like to go. I like to go to Lowe's. I like to go to Lowe's, the hardware store. Go to the hardware store, and I go to the American flag section where they have them all displayed nicely. I get a flagpole and a flag, and I go up to someone working at Lowe's, and I say, hey, is this a good one to beat a Capitol officer with? And they look at me and they're like, that's more of a Home Depot question. And you go to Home Depot and they're like, well, there's this one with the blue line. It makes it even more ironic. But Now, I don't go to either of those places. I go to Menards. That's right. Menards. Jews won't replace us at Menards. Calm it down a little. I like the jingles. My daughter picks up on it. She's 5 years old. She's really young. She loves to advertise. She can tell. But and I knew she lost her second tooth. You know when they lose their second tooth, they know the money's coming, right? Yeah, I told her. I was like, no, it's not coming now. You gotta wait until it's tonight. You put the tooth under your pillow, and the tooth fairy will bring you your money. And she said, it's my money, and I want it now. I want to know if anybody knows of a J.G. Wentworth for like tooth fairy money. Help me out. Look it up. And that's it for me, everybody. Thank you all very